guys, Watt Media here, and as you can see that we are back. I was on a bad upload schedule for a little bit. I am sorry about that. I was just dealing with some personal things, and we're going to be hopefully getting back on track. But in today's video, we're going to be doing a little install with the exhaust, and then we're going to be doing a little bit of updates on the Miata. So let's get started. So as y'all can see, our body kit did go up and show up. So here is the front bumper. It's got just a much lower profile with the side skirts and everything, and how nice and clean it looks. And then obviously I still have to do some prep work to it. It is, as y'all can see back here, it is fiberglass. So the whole entire thing is a fiberglass kit that I went and picked up. I think I paid roughly around $900 to $1,000 for it. But this is the front bumper. We will be getting rid of the fog lights on the side. Not fog lights, the side markers. My car already has the fog lights deleted, so I'm just gonna leave them out. But I think I might add a mesh grille. Let me know down in the comments if that would look nice. It's kind of a debate right now. I don't really know if I'm gonna go through with it, but let's show you the side skirts and the rear bumper. So here are the side skirts. As you can see, there is a little bit of damage done to this side skirt, which I think this would be the passenger side. And then we've got the driver's side one. It did crack over here as well. So we do have a little bit of damage on them. But I mean, I have new ones being sent out by the makers of this body kit, just so that they're nice and fixed. He did say we can keep these and he'd send them out to me. So that was nice of him to do since they showed up cracked from shipping. But I'm going to pop up a photo right here. I did mock them up on the Miata, and whoa. And this is what they look like. I like the way that they look. They're gonna give it a much more lower, sleek profile. But now let's show you guys the rear bumper. So as you can see, here is the rear bumper. Same little lip molded in. It is only a single exit I decided to go with instead of a dual exit like I was originally planning on doing. I think the single exit with the way that I'm gonna do my exhaust is gonna look really good. I do have to obviously still do prep work. We gotta drill out the key lock hole for the trunk, and then there is this minor little imperfection right here that I gotta fix with some Bondo. Obviously, still gotta do some prep work to all of the body work, all the body kit and everything. Gotta make them nice and smooth and everything, but I think it's gonna look amazing. Obviously, the side markers are going to be taken off on the rear bumper as well, just give it a cleaner look. I'm going to stick with all black when I do these. I'm going to teach myself how to paint. That's going to be a project during the summer. I'm going to paint these myself in a homemade little paint booth, and I hope it comes out really nice. I think they're going to look really good. I'd say about the only sad part about this, getting a fiberglass kit, is if I were to, with how low the car is going to be, if I were to scrape the bottom, I have the risk of cracking them. Luckily, I can always buy replacements and fix them up again, but it's just the sad part is if they did crack, that would be really sad to think. But if we go ahead and see, all fiberglass in the back, everything looks all nice. God, just with how low this fucker is, it's crazy how much different it's gonna look. I didn't like put them on the car, but I did set the rear bumper next to it, and like that's just a little mock-up of kind of a gist of what it's gonna look like. And then I did go ahead and with the the front bumper, I put that next to it as well, as you can see. Just wanted to see what they kind of look like. I'll pop all three of them up on the video right now so you guys can see the front bumper, the side skirts, and the rear bumper, just so you can see what they look like. But now we're going to head into our actual project for today. Oh yeah, as I was saying, with crazy exhaust setup, I went ahead and picked up a small Bazoku exhaust. It's a big thing in Japan for the Miata. I think that this one's gonna look way cleaner, especially with the rear bumper and the single exit. Like if I take this thing right here, don't want to scratch it, we just pick it up, and I walk it over to here. I just mock this thing up. Golly, that thing's I think it's gonna look crazy. I like to make my stuff unique. So by doing a big ass screamer pipe like this, it's gonna look so good. I was gonna wait till the body kit was on, but I have some downtime today. So we're gonna be taking the muffler off now and welding this sucker on. So let's get started. As y'all can see, we are out here with the Miata. We've got the old exhaust tip, and then if I go under here, you guys can see the muffler and everything. We're going to be obviously trimming the tip down just a little bit to weld on the new Bazoku exhaust that I have for it. I will have a before and after sound clip of the car. Right now, it's gonna look a little bit funky with it because it doesn't have the big lip on it, but about the only other updates I have in this car is we are going to lower the front down because wintertime is up. I did go ahead after my crash, put on some quick release bumper holders. I put one on that side, and then if we go over to this side, there's one over here as well. I do need to lower the fronts down a little bit. I like the way the rear is sitting. As you can see, it is fender to wheel almost. And I think it looks slick being that low, especially when the body kit's on it. I probably will have to raise it with the body kit, but I think it looks really good. Obviously, you've seen previous videos, we did the quick release. I've got a couple of stickers coming for the rear window. And then eventually, once we have all the body kit on, I have a livery that's gonna go in the car that's gonna make this thing look so sleek. But let's start off by taking the rear, jacking it up, and now that we've got the rear of the car all jacked up and on some jack stands, we're going to be, it's probably going to be easier to see now. I'll show you guys the muffler and the exhaust tip that I will be cutting off. And then what we're going to be tackling is these bolts right here. As you can see, one of them already broke off. We're going to be tackling those two bolts, and then I should be able to slide the muffler out. I'm probably going to clean this up, probably maybe sand it down just to make it look a little bit nicer. While it's out, I honestly might paint that, but I'm honestly not thinking about touching it. But I mean, underneath this car doesn't look too bad. If we look at the coilovers under here, how they've been handling for the last month or so that I've had them on there, I think this thing looks not too bad underneath. The heat shield probably could be a little bit better. I might take that off and paint it while we have the muffler out just to do it. But we're gonna come out here with the exhaust tip and measure how far we need to cut back, and then we'll take off our bolt. So let's get started. So as y'all can see, we went ahead and marked where we're going to be cutting the tip, and then off camera, I took the two bolts out. As you can see, we had to cut this one off because the nut basically dry rotted itself to it. So I got that out, got it all pulled out. As you can see, I can grab it, it's all loose. Now I just gotta slide it out of the hangers and it will be out.
Why you're always trying so hard to make me surrender? Why you always in my face? Do you really think it's over?
As y'all can see, I've got the rear muffler off. I am going to sand it down, try to make it look a little bit nicer. But we have our mark from where I need to cut it off and re-weld the new tip on. But if we look under here, I'm going to take these 10mm bolts out, take this cover off, and try to paint it. This, I think I'm just going to sand it and try to make it look a little bit nicer. We are going to do a start with no muffler on it just to see what it sounds like, so let's try it. Now, as I was just talking about before, we've got the muffler off. I've got my angle grinder, and we're going to be cutting off the tip so that we can weld it on. But obviously, I'm going to try to make this thing look a little bit nicer. So I'm going to sand down the whole thing and just make it look a little bit cleaner. But we're going to start off by cutting this. As you can see, we've got the old tip cut off. There is the old tip that was on it. Now I'm going to take this inside, sand that part smooth, and then we'll come back to sanding the whole entire thing and making it look nice. So I'm going to be sanding this down. I'm going to be doing it off camera. Got a couple sheets of sandpaper. We're going to start with some 50 and work our way up to a 600 grit. Try to make it look as nice as possible. Sand down this area right here where I need to weld onto it. As you can see, I already sanded this down a little bit to make it a little bit more smoother, and I'm gonna do that off camera real quick, so it's just gonna be a quick transition. It should look 10 times better. As you can see, we've got it all sanded down now. I went and just smoothed this out, made it look a little bit nicer, and then tried sanding this down just a little bit just so that it was easier to weld. Now we are going to take it inside the shop and weld the tip on. So as you can see, if we walk over here, we've got the Miata back into the garage now. As I walk over past this side real fast, as you can see, it started raining out, so we had to back the car in, and now we're going to lift it up on jack stands so that we can work on it in the garage. And now that you can see, I took the heat shielding off like I said I was going to, and I painted it the same purple as I do with the rest of my parts. Now we are welding it onto the actual muffler now. It was kind of a difficult process because of how rusty it was, but we did figure out how to get it to work, and everything started to go well. As you can see, I got a little bit of time lapse on it and everything. The camera really couldn't adjust to it much, but we got it working. Now, as you can see, I got the heat shield back on the car. I think the purple looks really nice. We are going to leave that other piece alone. But here is what the exhaust looked like once we fully finished welding it. It looks so crazy to see this big giant pipe on it. And now here it is back on the car. I will have a before and after clip of what it sounds like. So that will be all for today's video, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed. I had a lot of fun working on the Miata today. As you saw from behind me, we have got the body panels that are going to be going to the body shop here soon to get painted black and fitted. When that does happen, I will have a video of us taking it out there and like explaining what's going to be done to the car, more in-depth video on it. But when that does happen, the car will be gone for probably a month, so we probably won't have many videos. I'll still obviously make some skateboarding videos. I'm going to be refinishing my wheels that I have for the car. We're gonna put the stock ones back on for the body shop and finish our ones we have it on right now, so when it comes back, it looks pristine and beautiful. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hope you guys can like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Deuces!
The blades like chop, no running for a big